We are going to learn how to DJ from the dopest DJ in the world who just hosted the biggest party in the world. How many times did you say that on Instagram Live the other day? But it's just gonna
Oh no, I was
it's
just
gonna be fun.
excited. I was excited because I had never seen anything like it. Like even though it said that there was 100,000 people in there, you have to multiply that because most people aren't on their phone. So we're talking like millions of people were like partying with us, and it was just amazing to see and feel and experience.
Yeah, well, it was incredible to see because I think we were even talking yesterday about the things that you've DJ'd for me, like something as small as like a brunch that I'm hosting with, other friends to honor people in diversity and all the many BET parties you've done. And like for folks to finally give you your flowers and your due just because you were doing something you love is so dope. So
No, it was really good.
so what?
Really
Why did
dope.
you decide to try something out like that? Could be so risky. For example, I'm not gonna throw any shade, but there were some other folks who, felt led to copycat after you started doing this, right? And I was like, just going to see. I was like, let me just see what they're doing. I go in there, it's like 21 people. It's like 32 people. It's like three. I was like, oh, they're doing this for themselves because they love it. But you ended up really getting traction. And part of me really believes that was because your intent was so pure. So, can you talk a little bit about why you decided to do the biggest party in the
Well,
world?
I decided to do it because I was sitting here home alone, pretty much in this exact spot, and I was feeling a little bit lonely and wanted to connect to my friends. So I decided to play some music in an Instagram chat, in an IG live, and it initially started out with a few of my friends. I mean, few is three, but some of my friends. There's around 200 of us, and we just had a blast. And then they started to invite people and invite other people, and then they invited more people, and then it grew from the 200 that pretty much stayed in there all day to, I mean, the last Sunday, the last big party we did was like 165,000 people. Well, at least it represented 165,000 people streaming at one time, but it was just beautiful, man. I'm so
So
excited to be
incredible.
able to share this kind of music with the world.
Yeah, it's so incredible. And then to be in there for some of the milestones, like I remember when you got to 100,000, you kept naming people like it was almost like being in a real club, which by the way I hate. So that says a lot because I wanted to stay at that club. Um, but one of the things that was dope is like when you saw people in there who you really admire or respect, you shouted them out. Is there one person that came into the party any day that you held it where you were like, okay, I have made it? Like, what moment did you feel like, okay, now this is really dope?
So we did have like some notable people in there,
You
like
really
Angela
did.
Rye. We had Joe Biden. We had Bernie Sanders, and of course the former First Lady Michelle Obama. But I think the one person where I was like extremely shocked was Lionel Richie. It was like,
That's
how does
dope.
Lionel Richie even know about me? So that one caught me off guard. Like Lionel Richie, and then another one would be The Rock,
Oh,
and
yeah.
Rock joined in, and he was like, "Man, you're doing such a good job with this." So that was, I think those two people are like tied for me. For one, Lionel Richie is just Lionel Richie,
Yeah.
and then The Rock, it's like, I mean, he's The Rock. Like
Mm-hmm.
I've never met him in person, so the fact that he was actually in my IG live was like, yeah, that was pretty big for me.